Hey my guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're doing a very short video because it's Friday. Well, it'll be Friday when you see this, which is which ships do I hate the most? And I've decided to pick three of them out. And first thing first, I've ruled out two groups. One is no capital ships because that's kind of an easy and small group, and everyone hates the same thing for capital ships. So we remove capital ships. Number two, no houndstooth. Everyone hates the houndstooth to some extent. So like, I actually don't dislike it that much, but everyone kind of hates it to some extent because the way it heals and the way it protects itself, and its buffs and its cleanse and its. So ignoring those two groups, I decided to pick three ships out in particular that I hate the most for different reasons, and not just fighting them as you're going to see in a second. So first up, Anakin Starfighter. Now Anakin Starfighter. Oh, the number of like flashbacks I just get, like it's like I'm in a war, right? And you get those like PTSD flashbacks when Anakin gets his bonus turn and he hits his AoE and bam, he destroys half of it. Anakin has he's a glass cannon, right? He hits hard. He does die quite easily, but with the negotiator, he has an ending loyalty, so he gets a second life and stealth. And as you go through the abilities, the AoE, healing immunity, and buff immunity for 2 turns. 2 freaking turns. Oh my goodness me. That always lands when it's the other guy attacking you, but when you do it, yeah, you're kind of lucky if you get it sometimes. The second, the basic actually is a little painful because it does target lock, which is kind of cool. I mean, with the whole uh, Valor mechanic, that's quite nice, with the Bad Batch and the Marauder now. I can't be evaded, that's also nice too. Can't evade is basic, always good. Never use the reinforcement, but it says here, right? Firstly, Jedi and clone allies gain 30% offense, doubled when they have Valor. So you get 60% offense. Plus, if you add all the Marauder stuff, the 75% critical chance, 75%, this 75%, that, they get all sorts of bonuses. If you add that on top of this, you just start doing massive damage. That's it. When another ally falls by 100 health, always defeated, so a little bit like Anakin himself, Anakin gets 100% Terminator, which is important the way it's phrased. It's on a bonus turn. You can't block it in the same way you can some other things because of the way it's phrased. And his next attack does 50% more damage. 50% more damage. My goodness me, how many times has he screwed me over in matches when I've been thinking, oh yeah, we're going to get a great, easy clear of this fleet. We're going to get, 70 banners, 71 banners in GAC. It's going to be easy. Then somehow he triggers and he kills 2 people, and it's like, So Anakin is first, and especially remember, of course, mine is only Relic 5. Many people have Relic 7 ones because the Qui-Gon Jinn nuke team that exists nowadays. So, it's 7 is very popular. So it hits even harder. Okay, the first one. The second one, this ship. So when you're fighting against the Profundity specifically, the usual lineup is Hans Millennium Falcon, Dash Rendar's Outrider, and the Rebel Y-Wing. The Rebel Y-Wing taunts from the outset, and unless you have a way to avoid unmanned ship taunts, which the executive example has, you have to just attack this guy. And because of the way his kit works with the Profundity, every time these guys are attacking out of turn and so on, he's healing back up. Just the number of times I've got him down to like this much health, and then just like you take a chance, you like, back to like half health and full shields, and I'm just like, oh my goodness me. On top of that, this ability here. So this is his special. Dispels all buffs. Number 1 thing. Yay. Number 2, inflicts shield disruption for 2 turns. And then number 3, you get your taunt back. Shield disruption, protection is disabled, immune to protection, and immune to bonus protection. Okay. The number of times my Y-Wing, when I'm fighting as a Profundity against people, doesn't hit those negative status effects, but theirs does. And to be clear, because there's no pilot, because you don't have a pilot for the Y-Wing, you can't change his stats by using mods or whatever. So you can't give him like all 6-dot mods and all the best mods and that kind of thing to make him faster and stronger or whatever. Everyone's Y-Wing is the same, right? Everyone's got maxed out stats. That's it, right? And for some reason, the other guy's Y-Wing often can hit the shield disruption, and you cannot. I mean, to be fair, it's an annoying ship anyway. I mean, the basic does very little, like whatever. I mean, it gets torn from the basic, but that's about it. It doesn't really do much. And the unique, there you go. That's what I said there. So basically, he's healing constantly. He gets protection whenever Rebel gets critical attacks, and of course because you have the Outrider and because you have the Millennium Falcon, the Outrider is special does 6 attacks at once, so technically you get 6 chances to get critical hits, and the Millennium Falcon of course can do an AoE plus you can take double turns with the whole wiggle move. So and then as it says here, of course, has 30% chance to attack out of turn. Always annoying. And always worse for that guy's version versus your version. Your version always seems a bit nerfed compared to this. It's like the boss, the final boss in a beat 'em up. When you're gonna fight Shao Kahn, and it turns out when you use Shao Kahn, you just walk around. But when he's using Shao Kahn, he can just like spam the f out of you with his magic hammer, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys are like, there's a group of people out there who are like, who the hell is Shao Kahn? And there's a group of people who are like, I know exactly what you mean, man. And then the final shift. The final shift that really annoys me in this game, and annoys me for 2 reasons specifically, is Emperor Palpatine shuttle, the Palpmobile, if you will. There are 2 reasons to it. One is specific to me and me alone, and the other reason is the first reason is I don't have it unlocked. Now you're going to be like, well, dude, why don't you just unlock it? But the thing is, I've never gone around to do this. I just never have for some reason. Like I was moving house from England to the United States when the ship came out, Age Galactic Chase, and I just completely missed it. So every now and again, I farm it a bit more. I get an extra 5 shots, 10 shots, that kind of thing. Someday I'll get it unlocked. Soon, I'm thinking I should farm it now. To be honest, now I'm doing the video. I'm like, you should probably just farm it now, right? But my goodness me, the fact that I didn't get it, that was the first annoying thing about this. The second annoying thing about this ship, and it always bugs me so much. He comes in often for Empire fleets as the first or second reinforcement, depending on how exactly it's all set up and so on. The number of times he comes in, and I got to get the right ability here. Is it this one? Let me just check. Yeah, this one here. Dispel all debuffs, recover max health and protection, then dispel all buffs, and inflict buff immunity on all target locked enemies. That ability sucks. Then the other one, put taunt on the healthiest ally for 2 turns. Oh, he can heal back. He can get rid of all the target lock you put on, the buff immunity, the shield disruption you put on. All that is gone. The Palpmobile can come out, and within a turn or 2, just clean that stuff off. And then at the same time, he can put taunt on somebody and just shift it around. And that guy, I mean, his other abilities, I like that one, right? I mean, there's nothing special about the other abilities, really. I mean, in this one here, he gets protection up for 2 turns, that's kind of nice. That's okay. I mean, it doubled, I guess, it says if you're taunting, so, if it's like bomb or whatever, then you get 40% protection up. That's quite nice. Basic doesn't do a huge amount. It's a target lock thing. A lot of people do target lock on the basics, like Anakin. I can't think of another one now. I'm thinking about it. Multiple people do target lock on the basics. Fives, I think, does as well. And I guess the other thing that it is, of course, so often people bring him as a reinforcement rather than as on the main line. And the reinforcement ability is a little painful too if you're the guy who's fighting him. Protection up, critical immunity, offense up, tenacity down. And then this one can use Emperor's Influence instantaneously. And if I get this right, this is Emperor's Influence. So straight away, your guy can fly out. You can dispel all the debuffs on their characters. You can heal them back up to health protection. You can dispel all buffs on your guy, buff immunity on your guy, if you could target lock, and and he doesn't care because he does it straight away because of that. And it's like, oh, okay, so he can just in one move heal up and knacker your team in one reinforcement, just like that. There we go. There are 3 ships that I really hate for different reasons. This one I might fix in the near future, at least a little bit. But certainly Anakin has always annoyed me, and the Y-Wing has always annoyed me too. And they will presumably continue to annoy me from here until the end of the game, which is what, like next year or something. Anyway, hopefully you guys all had a good Friday. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.